Good morning. It's 11 a.m., April 22nd, 2023 on a Saturday. And this is what? When there are audio confirmation. Baby Beast is muted. Okay, got everything covered. This is, I don't know, one of my live streams, a thing I do on YouTube. Sometimes this time it's called Windows Tech Chat on Saturday live stream Saturday 4/22/2023. And if you move that 2023, that 23 right there into this position for April 23rd, that becomes my daughter's birth date. No, the celebration of my daughter's birth date. She was actually born quite a while ago. Tomorrow's not going to be the day of her birth. She wasn't born tomorrow. And somebody's chiming in Zoom. We'll get to them in a little bit here. Let's go say hello to some peoples. I've already read through all of the messages right up to the current start time, so I'm just going to acknowledge people. Robert, Ken Stout, Bobby Warren, hello. Josh Kinder, hello. Buns of Wisdom, hello to you. Greg M. Let's see, we got some, I think I did put in one of the topics what I've found so far with doing the alpha testing for whatever that software is called, SpinRite. Yeah. The Ken Stout is trying to come up with the Brave browser for this stream. Jonathan, Ida, let's see, some conversation back and forth about the laser treatments that Ken Stout recently got his second eye, a laser, oh no, cataract removal, not LASIK. I think I've called that LASIK a couple times, and he pointed out the other day, no, it wasn't LASIK, it was cataract removal. Tony Wallow, $1.99 super chat. Good morning. 15 no text sound. I don't quite understand that. What is the 15 referring to? No text sound? Is there supposed to be sound when you do a text message? Oh yes, I know. Oh, I know what that was. I sent a text message to Tony telling him that one of the things on my list this weekend, which is not on the list of topics for today, for this live stream, is that my cell phone is not giving me audible alerts when a text message comes in. I need to figure that out. It's not coming in for anybody. That's what he means there. 15. Oh, is he saying topic number 15 should be no text sound on my... Yeah, reserved for viewer request. That's what he's saying. So let's come over here and copy this, Control-C copy, and then Alt-Tab back to here, the live stream, edit this, and then come down to number 15. I'll put iPhone, my iPhone in particular, iPhone, then Control-V, no text, no sound for text messages. You can't hit the keys right on the keyboard. Okay, that's what that was. Figured it out. Jonathan, hello. Chit chat regarding the eye surgery, the Bronx 9, hello. Catching up on saying hello to people. Jonathan says topics 2 and 4. Topics 2 and 4, if I get back to the right place. This is weird. How am I... Where is the... Oh, here. It's over here. No, not there. 2 and 4. Is William Dawson's reformatting 1 terabyte M.2 drive, and Josh Kinder Fortnite fails to run on the new mini computer setup for Aunt Mary. That's those topics. Let's see, Ken, Bronx 9, topics 2 and 4, Ida, hope they continue to improve. No pun intended, but time will tell right now. The right eye is 2015 and the jury is out on the left for at least a week. I'm trying to understand what was the pun that we might think you were putting in there. I don't even see a pun. Oh well. Rick Lakes, hello. Still snowed in. Can't ask Rick. No, the snow stopped yesterday. Cool. 52 inches of snow this winter. One of my brothers in Duluth, Minnesota, showed us the snow on his patio. Well, a couple of weeks ago, it was like 3 foot tall on top of his patio table. Now it's 2 inches. Actually, it's been completely cleared off, and then the snow came back. Josh and Ken conversation. Snow this morning. Bronx 9 ran Israel. Rick Lakes, William Dawson. John Williams, I was able to use Windows 7 license key to activate Windows 10 yesterday. Yahoo! Wahoo! Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, that's a thing. You can use a Windows 7 license key to activate Windows 10 or Windows 11. As I understand it. I've never actually done it myself, but yeah, that's a thing. Iowa Hank, CFWW, says, have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Kind gentlemen. I think it's CFWW's mail. Ran, hope the surgery went well. Thanks. Yes, it seems that it did. Bright lights and bright white background still bothering me, but hopefully that changes soon. Well, I have 2 StarTech capture devices connected, available to use today. One is for Baby Beast. The other is for this computer here, which is involved with 2 or 3 of the topics that are in the list of topics. And I adjusted the brightness of this capture device because it was a little dim for me. I brightened it up. So we'll see how Ken Stout feels about that bright display. Hello, Black Serendipity. Rick Lakes, Jonathan, William Dawson. One order sunny and 81 degrees to go for John Williams. Afternoon all here at 73 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy. The trees are flowering. Selden Ball, hello to you. Hank, Jonathan Williams. Tony says AVDVR good. Oh, I'm going to take a look at the cell phone, see if he did a text. He did not. Did he? No. And I'm sure it's not going to notify me audibly even if he does. Maybe I'll notice it out of the corner of my eye. Jeff Ryman, Rick Lakes, Ken Stout, Zavi Menor, hello. People saying hellos to each other. Bobby Warren. You know, as this channel grows larger, I'm going to have to kind of skip all of this reading. Hopefully, if we get so much more. There he is. Tony Waller gives me a thumbs up. I heard it. Did you guys hear that? I heard that. That was audible. Maybe it's just not loud enough for me to notice it. William Dawson, wish her a happy birthday. Oh, my daughter, I will do that. We have tentative plans to go for brunch in the morning. There's another text. That's a different sound. Ken Stout gets a different sound than Tony did. Do I need to replace Tony? LOL. No, I don't think so. Chris Garrett, I sent you an email this morning. Yes, I saw it, Chris. Chris gave me some information about 2 laptops from Dell, I think it is, that have the same model number. And he was suggesting if I wanted to compare them. I don't really feel very eager to do that because that's not fixing a problem for anybody. It's a little weird that, well, I might as well, if I'm going to talk about it that much, I might as well come over and show that because I'm gonna dispense with this pretty quickly, Chris, because not really. Let's see. Yeah, here he says, good morning, Doug. I know you're tired of hearing me say this about the Latitude 3520 Inspiron 3520. I found out Dell has an older model, Inspiron 3520, that is at the end of support. Now they have an Inspiron 153520. I thought the newer one, Inspiron 153520 and the Latitude 3520 were the same. I was wrong. They do look just alike, but they are different for sure. If you have time on stream today, you can compare the specs of the 2, and it gives me links for them. I don't feel very eager to do that, frankly, Chris. It's not solving a problem for anybody, and yeah, why am I going to? No, No thanks. I don't like that Dell uses the same model number for very different computers. That's just annoying. Jonathan, Studio Owl, but thanks for sending that. But then, yeah, that's my honest response. Studio Owl, oh, how is he doing today? I really hope it goes well. I know it has to be scary. How is he doing? Oh, how is he doing? How is he doing? Is that today? I hope I thinking he's probably talking about my comment about Ken Stout. He had the operation yesterday. Sounds like it went fine. And it'll be a couple weeks before he really knows how well the vision is out of that eye. He's very, very happy with the vision out of the first eye they did. Buns of Wisdom, hello. Yeah, I got the email. Test. Rick Lates, $5 super chat. He says, hello, Doug. Well, hello to you, Rick. Thank you so much. Wrong account. I did it again. Jeff, I have the current SpinRite upgraded 2 years ago, but it's pretty useless for fixing modern HDDs. True. It's really useless for modern stuff. Now, when I started pursuing that, using the stuff that was it Greg M gave me, I realized that I actually purchased SpinRite during a live stream. Back, it was about Windows Daily episode 50 something, and I actually did it during purchased it during a live stream. But when I go to try to access the alpha testing program with it, it tells me that purchase has been invalidated. What? So I sent them an email inquiring about it, because I don't think I ever requested a refund for it. My privacy.com credit card doesn't show that the money was refunded. So I don't know what's going up there. I don't know what's going on there. Up? That's not a thing, Doug. What's going up there? That's not a thing. I'm doing all right. It was a bit scary. I have issues with Brave on multiple systems with no extensions. Google will serve up ads that play for 20 seconds before chat loads. If you reload the stream multiple times, you will see it. Ken Stout, Yates Networks. How is Yates Networks not a moderator? That can't be. 3 people in the waiting room. Get rid of that message. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. I don't know how Yates Networks isn't already blue. It jumped. Here. Where did I got all messed up. Finally my message shows. All your messages are here. Greg Ebb, I wonder if I still lived in Irvine, if I could actually find Steve Gibson. I know a lot of people in the area where he lives, University Park. Hello, Josh. Tim Sal's here. I only saw one that I told Doug about the email. Hello, Ian McLeod. Wish it would snow in Texas. Man, I miss the snow. Jonathan, check your sound bar to Chris from Ken. Yes, you can use 7 key for 10. Oh, Windows 7 key for Windows 10. Yeah, certainly. And I believe that's true for Windows 11 too. William Dawson, I have solved the reformat. I had to remember how to use DiskPart. It has years since I used it. Well, now what I was intending to do, William, so I guess that means we're not going to be doing that on show today, which is no big deal. That's fine. Let's come over here. Was that, yeah, William Dawson about reformatting the 1 terabyte. I would first go into disk management and just do it there. That's the simple thing to do. Would that not work for you? I can't claim to be an expert in wiping partitions and reformatting because I don't do it very often, but it's just not that big of a deal. Why? Okay, so I would just gone into these partitions and delete each of the volumes that were on that drive, and then delete the partitions and create a new partition. I just do it all within disk management. I don't see why you would go into DiskPart. Not really necessary, I don't think. Am I wrong about that? Let me know. Chris Garrett to Ken, maybe I'm a Doug. I have Windows 11 pre-activated with the Windows 7 key. Oh, Windows 11 Pro. activate. I tried to do a typo correction there, but it wasn't a typo. It was Windows 11 Pro. Activated with the Windows 7 key. Now that probably had to be a Windows 7 Pro key. Chat was going so fast. Hellos, but I would love to see topic number 4, Buns of Wisdom. Topic number 4, Josh Kinder, Fortnite fails. There we go. Rick, yep, I heard that. I heard it. Yes, I heard the phone text. Thunder. Now I see those messages. Good day, Ian McLeod. Hello. Let's see, Kenny Whitten. Oh, I'm going to need to bring in chat Zoom soon because I'm getting tired of talking. Daco. I don't remember seeing that name before here. I can fix many PC problems, but I could never be as confident as you are to fix problems, and so I tend not to promote myself very much. Well, let me point out, Daco, I present myself as, I think as a technician with 30 some odd years, whatever. I consider myself a student, always learning, and I learned multiple things. I had multiple experiences this week with this client doing stuff in their office yesterday. Oh, so many things I've never seen before. So I'm very approachable or reproachable or correctable around here. Chris says, yes, they confuse people. Also, the older Inspiron 3520, but it's the new Inspiron 15 3520. Ugh. Sorry, I was not seeing those messages. Martin says, whatever that is, I don't know. Yates, thanks, Doug. And Ken, I am glad things went well for you. How far behind am I? Not too bad. I wish I never see snow again. Having it for 5 months of the year and using snow boots does that along with scraping ice and shoveling snow. My brother Stan, who I've talked about, Tom is the one that's in Minnesota. He's been on the show. Stan is the one that's traveling around the country in a converted van. He's also been on the show. My younger brother Bob has not been on the show, but Stan had a stroke several weeks back. Turned out to be very mild, and he's about ready to get back on the road again. So we're very happy about that. Why was I bringing that up? Oh, snow. Yeah, because he travels to where the weather is comfortable for being in a van without being able to run air conditioning or much heat. He does have some heat. Can't wipe an EFI partition in disk manager. There you go. Okay, thank you, Wintermute. Can't wipe. Now, can't wipe it, meaning you can't delete it? I'm not worried. If you're going to keep the drive yourself, I'm not worried about cleaning it. Can you not delete oh, I still have it. I kept it open just in case we get back to that. Can you not right click and delete the volume? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not concerned about wiping it the way you do in Disk Party. If you're going to keep it yourself, why? So go ahead and give me more on that, Wintermute, if you don't mind, or anybody else. Arnold Albert, hello to you. Ran Israel, as long as you don't need to clean the drive, Disk Manager should do just fine. Yeah, I mean, he's going to keep it. Oh, I can see my brain fade's going to be an issue today. William's going to keep the drive for himself. It's a data drive. Nope, only have to use disk part for stubborn partitions that disk management won't delete. That's what I thought. It's not necessary. You can do disk management. And I was wanting to just do disk management with William today because that's probably what most people are going to need, or that's sufficient for most people's purposes. I don't want to make it more complicated if it doesn't need to be. Ian McLeod, Greg M, pros and cons made. I grew up in Scotland, now in the oven of Texas. Ian McLeod, I feel I know you. Maybe I've seen your name on Carrie Holzman's show. And you're interacting with people. So I'm going to go ahead and make you moderator, standard moderator, and save. Now, occasionally people have gone when I've done this, they'll go check out a person's channel, and if it's been just created today, give me a word of warning, because I do have some troublemakers out there that do that occasionally. And they could create a new channel with Ian McLeod's name and be impersonating his name just because they know I'll recognize the name. So, but I think we're probably good with Ian. One of the things about the troublemakers, when they come in under a different name, they still behave the same way. Profiling totally works with them. The way they do their messages in chat, they are just totally recognizable. And you've seen me react to some people along those lines. It would not allow to clear partitions and reformat for some reason. So William tried that. It would not allow to clear partitions and reformat for some reason. Yeah, when it doesn't work, then go to disk part. Seldom ball with disk management, clean the MBR. Windows might get confused if it doesn't, I think. Yeah, I think still I would go first to disk management. If it doesn't work there, then fine, go to disk part. No biggie. It was a Windows 7 Pro key, sir. Oh, that's my dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ian, you should be a blue around here. Yeah, sir is my dad. I'm not sir. Except when I'm in a grocery store. That's kind of a kick. Same with me. It's likely that Windows 7 computer can meet the hardware requirements for Windows 11, you think? No, I don't think. Oh, no, I highly doubt it. If you bought a high-end Windows 7 computer towards the end of Windows 7, was it high enough to qualify for Windows 11? Does anybody know the answer to that? I suppose it's possible. If you bought a most recent class CPU in the Windows 7 era, computer came with Windows 7, or even you downgraded to Windows 7, because that was a thing where we'd buy a computer, came with Windows 10 with downgrade rights, and I would actually downgrade it to Windows 7, because back in the days of Windows 7 to Windows 10, we resisted. The whole community, the whole tech community resisted Windows 10. Now we like it. What does that say about the next few years, about Windows 11? Huh? You remember the things like Never 10? There was a software, Windows Never 10. In fact, I think Steve Gibson created one of those. There is one catch. Disk management doesn't show the MSR partition. Disk part does. MSR? MBR? MSR. Master boot record is MBR. What's MSR? DM does clean. Disk manager does clean MBR. I sent my laptop to ASUS today. Oh, the chats are still coming in. Let's bring Zoom in. I'm going to bring Zoom in. Here's your heads up. Be prepared to mute your YouTube audio. How do I do this? Over here, go to participants. There's Ken, Alex Cheek, and Joshi. Admit all. Let's see, bring this up here, and then turn off the participants window, go to security, turn off the waiting room. And here we are. Let's say hellos, Ken and Ken Stout. Hello to you. How are you now? I'm good too. Oh, boy, I can't see squat this way. This isn't going to last, Ken. Yeah, those are not any magnification at all. I couldn't even make out your names. No, they're not. They're not. They're just some cheapy sunglasses that have been around for evermore. All right, so I said hello to Kent. So let's go. I see Josh on the top left. Hello, Josh. Joshy, are you going to say hello back to me or just leave me hanging? Oh, okay. Thank you. What was that a hi, Joshy? Oh, all right. Well, let's move on. Hello, Alex Cheek. How are you? Do you have anything new to bring to the table today? Ah, all right, that's fixed now. Alex, they didn't hear what you said.
I said I had a video interview with the guy about a couple of weeks ago, and I emailed his representative. I emailed his front desk person 2 or 3 days ago, and she said that he's still interviewing people and that they haven't hired anybody yet. So I still haven't heard anything. I can only assume that by the way the interview went, that he was very very impressed, and that they'll call me when I get they'll call me for the second interview.
All right, very good. Let me move on. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
You have anything to bring to the table today?
8th gen Intel, which is what Windows 11 supports, was released in 2017. Could you buy a Windows 7 machine in 2017? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
My first response is probably not.
I would think, well, Windows 10 was out in 2015,
15.
wasn't it?
2015.
Yeah. So maybe you could buy a computer with Windows 10 where they had drivers for Windows 7 that you could downgrade to.
Possible.
But maybe not on the high-end computer. The high-end computer, maybe they didn't bother making drivers for, I would think. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, moving on. William Dawson, hello to you.
Hi.
Do you have anything to bring to the table today? Let's see. That was your data drive, right? The 1 terabyte. That you've already got that resolved, so we're not doing that with you today. And you tried doing it through disk management, and that didn't work for you, right?
Right. It didn't work. And the only problem I had with this part, I'd forgotten that you had to type select disk and the number to work with it.
Right.
It's been a long time since working with DOS.
Yeah. Well, working with DOS isn't the same as working with disk part, but you just went and looked it up, Googled it or something, or watched somebody's video?
I got an old book about that thick, nothing but DOS commands.
You went to a physical book for that?
Hang on a second. If I still find it. Where did I put it? I put it up so well, I forgot where I put it. But it's the original book that it came out with DOS 3 and 4.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. To didn't just try Googling it, but hey, bravo for books.
Dolls for Dummies.
Okay, Chris, hello. Are you, let's see. Yeah, you chimed in, but I haven't said hello to you yet. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All right. Did you have anything to bring to the table today?
Nope. I wish somebody would put some food on the table, though.
Food. I got nothing. Although I guess I could say the same because I have not even had breakfast today. Let's get going with Josh, shall we? Josh, are you with us now with audio? You're muted. You're still muted. Oh, maybe I need, let me ask you to unmute. I might have muted you when you were not hearing us. Try it now, Josh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. So it says, I think it's, let's see. I see Dennis in there with topic 4. Is that Josh's topic? Checking. Yes, it is. And Dennis has given us a link in regards to that topic.
I noticed the computer monitor has been really glitchy. I keep seeing a green line every so often.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get connected to that computer. I believe you have an icon on the desktop for DougBetts Remote. Now we're watching my Log Me and Rescue Technician console, and you will show up there once you get that rolling. Thank you for that link, Dennis. I've got it up on a screen over here. Oh, I'm gonna go pull up the photo that you sent so that the audience sees what you were getting. Here's the photo Josh sent. Fortnite game Athena Crash Reporter. That might be a clue. Fortnite game Athena. Fortnite has crashed. We're very sorry this happened, and we are working towards preventing it in the future. You can get help online at Fortnite Technical Support. Good luck with that. Athena Crash
really.
Reporter. Dennis, does that give us any help of what's going on? All right, here we got Josh showing up on screen. I'll right click and choose Start. And then click on Launch Remote Control Session. Okay, you've often seen me go to full screen, but I'm going to click this little arrow up here, which actually opens it in a separate window. Makes it easier for me to switch back to other programs that are open on Baby Beast. Oh, it's not quite as big, is it? Well, let's go to full screen, see if that's a better view. Okay, we'll minimize this. I'm going to drag your Zoom thumbnail down below my picture-in-picture. So Josh is still able to see that thumbnail for me in Zoom because he doesn't see the picture-in-picture on his computer. All right, so then we want to compare your computer to the required settings, the required configuration for Fortnite. And I'm going to get that ready on another screen. Got to remember to move back and forth to the right mouse. This is an i5 11th Gen 3.2. So take a look over here and start with that. Processor, Core i5 7300, 3.5 gigahertz, AMD Ryzen. So because he's such a newer generation, I think he is qualified there, even though this is showing 3.2. gigahertz. I don't think that's very relevant at all. He's a higher class processor. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Back here are the requirements. 16 gigabytes of RAM or higher. And then NVMe solid state drive. This is recommended, not minimum. Windows 10 or 11. Okay, then come back here. 64-bit operating system is right there. And anything else there? Oh, the video card. Let's come down here, right click on the Windows icon, go to Device Manager, and then Display Adapters, Intel Xe Graphics. That sounds like integrated graphics.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay. So he doesn't have a dedicated video card. If we go look at minimum system requirements, we have Intel HD 4000 on PC. So how does this compare to Intel HD 4000? I've never even tried to evaluate a integrated graphics built into the CPU for gaming. So I'm going to go back into chat shortly and see what people are saying about this. And also see what people are saying about that specific message. This one here about Athena. I don't recognize the word Athena in respect to Fortnite at all. It might be that I just have never come across that. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to be able to catch up with chat. I'm going to go down to the bottom and see what people are saying. I think around here. Oh, by the way, start hitting me in orange or give me one of those, good bright colored emoji, whatever we call that now. Yeah, emoji, to get my attention, because I'm going to have to stop reading every message. How do I close this window now? There's no X to close that.
Click on the keyboard, lower left-hand corner.
Click on the keyboard. Oh, this keyboard. Okay, thank you.
yeah, I don't like the way the screen is glitching.
Okay, here we got, it generally sounds like its computer should handle the program, but mostly given the specs, you have to look at the graphics on the chip. But I'm sure it will work. I do recollect hearing that Fortnite is designed to work on lower end equipment. Windows release 7. Oh, this is showing us about those dates. Windows 7 release date 2009. I don't know how that is relevant. Service Pack 1 was released to the public 2011. I like Windows 7. Stop reading everything, Doug. I'm looking for the stuff having to do with Fortnite.
Are we battling OCD, Doug?
Explain.
Stop reading every comment, Doug.
Yes,
OCD,
you are.
OCD,
Yes,
Doug?
you are. Yes, you
Okay.
are. That's it. OCD Doug. I probably would have recognized OCD Doug rather than just OCD. But yeah, that's what that was. I can't break the habit. Oy. I'd have just studied C but never worked on anything related. Moved to those old languages. What about AMD? I'll leave it at that. Yeah, you can skip mine, Doug. I'm just jawing. Is it possible you launched the game on DirectX 9? So I'm not seeing any specific comments of what people think is wrong. So why don't we go try launching it? You must close all dialog boxes. Oh, I still have a dialog box open. Close this. And let's take a look at Task Manager and see what's going on. Now he's on Zoom and right now, and I'm not sure what else. 17% CPU, memory 34% in use. He's got his Zoom text on. That's his screen reader or converting your voice to text, something like that. And then here's Fortnite. So let's just launch it and see what happens. Of course, Josh, if we crash your computer, you know how to come back in, and you might come back into Zoom on your phone. All right, there I just double-clicked on Fortnite, seeing what happens. Now there's Epic Games down here in the taskbar. I often launch. Say again?
No, I was talking to Marianne.
Oh. Some message came up there briefly. I didn't get a chance to read it. If somebody wants to scroll back in DVR to see if that was important to us or relevant, you could do that. It's trying to start up. I'm going to turn off my picture-in-picture.
Well, I've got a lot over this one.
Maybe you're just going to have to let me be connected remotely every time you want to launch Fortnite. Is that the magic?
Maybe.
So I think it's running through a video right now. And I think we have to let, oh, here's a skip in the bottom right corner. I'll click skip.
Whoosh.
So are we possibly going to...
Skip.
Say again?
There's another skip.
All right, got it. Are we possibly starting a Saturday where William Dawson already has his thing solved and Josh's issue is already solved? Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like that. Okay, member benefits. We're going to back out of that. And here's the game.
Yeah, I don't see it switching now.
Yeah, it's not doing it now.
Well, alrighty then.
I wonder what will happen if we fire up a game. If it'll happen.
Do you want to play it, or do you want me to play the game?
You try it.
Okay, I'm gonna change to
because it was doing
no
it.
build. All right. Switch modes from the lobby. This is doing something weird now. I'll click on that. Got it. It's not happy with this. I'm gonna give up on that.
Goodness, there's a lot of games up there.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead. Clicking play. Then it says that first dialog box has to do with Battle Eye anti-cheat. Okay. Now there's this anti-cheat program that runs to prevent people from cheating the game, apparently, and I found that was really troublesome on my computer. Eventually got past that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It could be the monitor too. The plug may not be in correct. Tight enough.
I don't like the way it's glitching out.
You don't like what?
I don't like the way it's glitching out.
Glitching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that might be because of my remote connection. Because your computer is having to send keyboard and video back and forth between your computer and mine.
Remote Fortnite's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it feels locked up to me from here.
Don't want that.
Do you still see activity there?
No, it's not doing anything. I mean,
locked
it's up there. You're not moving it. It's moving very slowly and it's glitching.
Very slowly. Okay, I'm going to disconnect from it and you see how it behaves.
It
Oh, here we
crashed.
have Fortnite has crashed. We're very sorry this has happened. We are working towards preventing the future. You can get help online at Fortnite Technical Support. But this hasn't given us any information. Now we got another thing that came up, Battle Eye Launcher. Is that the message, Dennis, that showed up earlier? And he says check graphics settings. Yeah, we want to go, well, we got into the game so we can turn down all of your settings to lower settings. Maybe they're set too high.
But see, the monitor's glitching in and out.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Do you still see the monitor glitching?
Not right now.
Dennis has to put it in performance mode.
Yeah, that's usually will solve a lot of problems.
Oh, actually Windows in performance mode, right?
No, Fortnite.
Fortnite in performance mode. Okay. 'Cause
Once you
Windows
get
has-
in, once you get into the main menu or whatever, then go to settings and set for performance mode.
Yeah, that sounds good. Wintermute says Battle Eye is anti-cheat. All right.
If you
got
did it.
Mhm.
And Dennis confirms that is the anti-cheat software. I am watching chat over here. I remind you to hit me an orange or get a good bright emoji. Now, so now it didn't even get in as far as we were.
And it's
So-
completely broken.
Yeah. I have a button up here that I'm pointing to. People on YouTube can see it. I'm pointing to. Sends a Control-Alt-Delete command. And then I can do Task Manager. And we're hearing his screen reader. There's Battle Eye Launcher. That's the anti-cheat. So here's Fortnite. I'm going to right click on it and end task. And then the Battle Eye Launcher, I'm going to end task. And I'll minimize Task Manager, come down to Epic Games and exit. So now I think I've closed everything related to Fortnite and Epic Games. Going back into Task Manager to see if indeed I have. Dennis asks, what is that processor again? Coming up. And System, I was right click on the Windows button and then choose System. The processor is i5 11320H. So Dennis, you could pause your video at this point or take a photo with your cell phone so that you can look back at that. I think that's all you need on the processor. Close that. Scrolling down to see if there's anything else related to Epic Games or Fortnite.
It's not happy about bumping. Because it shouldn't be doing that.
Mm.
That's Aunt Mary there, isn't it?
With that,
Aunt Mary, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, hello. I didn't say hello to you yet, so that's what I'm doing
Hello.
now.
Yeah, I was telling him this morning, maybe it was his resolution or something. I that was my opinion, but what do I know?
Oh, let's see. I want to take a look at something else here now that you mentioned that, because you just told me something, Mary, that I want to check on. Let's see. This is in...
I was trying to set the computer up just like Alex had it set up at the group home.
Yeah, but it's not the same computer. So let's see. I'm thinking of performance. The performance adjustment on Windows 11. I should have just done that right there. And device manager, your device manager, disk management. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Go back this way. Game mode settings. Optimize your device based upon use and performance. Adjust the appearance of performance of Windows. I think that's the one I'm looking for. Yes. Let Windows choose what's best. I'm inclined to do adjust for best performance so that all of the extra Windows 11 fluff is turned off. And let's have a look at the display settings. So right click on the desktop and then choose display settings. See what we've got. HDR. Select the display view, changes to settings. We've got only one display. HDR video streaming not supported. Use HDR not supported. Video playback, video adjustments, HD streaming. I'm not feeling this. Somebody may see something in these screens that I'm going to that you want to advise me to go deal with. I'm very much open to that.
Doug, there's in chat,
Yeah.
both on YouTube and Zoom, you'll find the specs of the CPU he's using.
Do I care about that?
It's got what his internal graphics are, the chip,
All right.
the Iris system.
Iris Xe graphics. 16 gig RAM. I just saw that, misread it. Here are the specs of the CPU from William. Okay.
A bathroom?
May I ask the community, has anyone made the jump to DDR5? If so, do you see improvements? Here I'm reading stuff again.
We're going to have to get a remote shock collar for you.
Well, I just slapped my hand on camera. So I don't have a specific thing that I am looking for in this, and I'm not a gaming expert, so I'm just displaying these specs for people who didn't go look at that. You can pause the DVR mode if you want to look deeper at any of this, but this is far too much for me to comprehend as I'm scrolling through it. Not even going to try. Look at all that stuff. Ay, caramba. Okay. Then what else can we shut down in the background? We got, let's see, Zoom is not signed in. Now, you are having trouble with this without having Zoom. Unchecky. Why? What's that one, Josh?
He had to go potty.
Oh,
So I'm
all
sitting
right.
here.
Okay, all right. I won't ask any more questions like that.
I can answer that for you, Doug.
All right, go ahead.
That is a program that unchecks the check boxes, other programs that you download that you may or may not want installing, like programs that have a bunch of adware, like say Adobe Reader.
Okay, got it.
When they try to install it, McAfee, it'll uncheck the McAfee option.
I don't see that this Zoom text even has an exit option when I right click on it. All of these things will automatically restart when he reboots the computer, even if I close them.
Click on the X on that little toolbar. It looks like there's a toolbar up there with the plus, minus. It looks like there's an X up there.
Yeah, it looks like that just closed the on-screen interface. Here's shutdown protection. What is this W? Web root. Secure anywhere. Protected. Well, I'm very tempted to shut that down, knowing that we're not going to go trolling around anywhere.
Okay,
You sure you want to
shutting
shut down
protection for
secure
your web group
anywhere?
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all right? I'm gonna go downstairs, eat my salad.
Okay, putting in this code to authorize shutting it down. See if I got that right. Yeah. So I'm just looking to close anything that we don't absolutely need in order to troubleshoot this. Is there a way, Josh, to shut down the Zoom text?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, you got it. I need to bring my chat room back up on screen. Randy Israel asking, in Task Manager, which app or service consumes the most CPU time?
I've got it now.
All right.
You want the Zoom keyboard off too?
Yes, yes, please. Z / says turn HDR off. I think we just saw that this doesn't even have HDR capability, didn't we?
Pause Windows side dash in.
I don't see a way to shut the Zoom keyboard off.
Okay, let me have the mouse back. Let's see, that was down here. Zoom text keyboard, about Zoom, check program updates, transfer, feature key, enable, Zoom text feature key.
Okay.
Remove that check mark, does it go away?
No.
I don't think so. Okay, let's go back to Task Manager.
Windows side dash in. Task Manager link.
Zoom meetings, AnyDesk. Oh, AnyDesk is running in the background. Let's end task on that. And that'll come back automatically when you restart the computer. And then Zoom text.
Yeah,
Zoom. There it is. Now, a better way to troubleshoot if any of these were conflicting would be to disable them from startup and restart the computer. And since we've already encountered a problem, it might be that the computer needs to be restarted before we get a valid task. But what I've done here is shut down everything that was Fortnite and Epic Games, and shut down other things that could be conflicting. Now, somebody had said turn off HDR, Z /. And I thought we already saw that that's not even available on his computer. I'll go back to where I think that was in display settings, HDR, more about HDR. When I go into here, it's, and then scroll down here, we've got HDR video streaming not supported, use HDR not supported. That tells me it's not on, because it's not even capable of it. Are we satisfied on that?
Told me that the computer's not even supportive of that.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then Elko Stoffel says, wait, he's having Bonjour service. That's not good. Well, Bonjour is an Apple service, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I never
so I did
heard it.
Windows key R and then app whiz, CPL. Then, yeah, there's Apple mobile device, software update, there's Bonjour. These are all Apple products. They're all installed on the same date. Do you ever connect your iPhone to the computer?
Yeah.
That's probably
You
why
connect-
it's installed.
I connect per iPad to the computer to do backup.
You're backing up the iPad to the computer?
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen Bonjour service on many computers and I've been suspicious of it, but never really proved that was a problem. Elko Stofels, do you have any more to tell us about that? I'm going to add you as a moderator because you're participating in the tech conversation. Open approves, Consona. I'm not seeing any oranges or emotes. Okay, sometimes Bonjour is also used as backdoor spyware program. Oh, that's why Elko is saying that. But it's obviously there because of the iPad, so I don't think I'm going to worry about that. So I'm not seeing other advice or ideas from people. I'm inclined to go ahead and try Fortnite again. I'm going to delay just a little bit. If somebody else has something else they want to suggest that I get rid of. Let's see, we also have OneDrive.
But we never use it.
Oh, you don't use it?
No.
Oh, well, it's...
I take it out and put it back in, so I just leave well enough alone.
All right. Well, let's get that out of here. So can we actually is it okay if we actually uninstall it?
Yeah, you could, but we learned the lesson about doing that a long time ago.
You did what?
Yeah, you could, but we learned the lesson about taking out Microsoft stuff a long time ago. If it's from Microsoft, you just leave it well enough alone.
Oh, well, I take out OneDrive a lot for client computers, so I have quite a lot of experience with uninstalling it.
Okay.
I am thinking does it require a restart? I don't recall. So here's the settings gear and then settings, and then we could just turn it off from launching. I think there's a way here. Advanced setting, backup folders, second account notifications. Where is that at? Pause syncing, advanced settings. Is it there? Limit download, files on demand. Somebody might have seen that I'm bypassing it. There. Limit download, files on demand. Unlink this PC. There's what we gotta do is unlink it. Yeah. Download, files on demand. Unlink this PC. There's what we gotta do is unlink it. Yeah. Jeff, I just muted you because your YouTube audio was coming over. So that unlinked it and then uninstall it. And it just went away.
Since we have both Aunt Mary and Josh on here today, I wanted to say thank you for the card.
You're welcome, Alex.
They sent a card for my grandpa passing.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, is that
All right.
Alex out there?
Yeah.
Oh.
OneDrive has a setting not to launch on startup. I've just uninstalled it. And once I saw that go away so instantly, that was totally familiar. I've seen that before. It just uninstalls very easily. But first unlink it from the account. I'm not sure if there's any consequences by not unlinking it first. I seem to remember that when iTunes decided to no longer be supported on the PC, that those programs did not involve as Windows 10 came along. All right. What was that you're trying to say, Josh?
I don't like the way the monitor glitching out like that.
Yeah, I don't see the glitching, what you're describing as the glitching. Oh. So what is it, a VGA connection or DVI or HDMI?
HDMI.
HDMI. All right.
I've seen that before. I think that's something to do with the graphics, a graphics driver issue, not something to do with the actual cable on the monitor.
Well, I would think if it's a graphics driver issue, that Doug would see it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm seeing it on my end. I just saw it.
Yeah, because the image that's sent to me should be after his graphics.
Is it possible that LogMeIn uses a graphics driver just for the remote connection, just for you, so that you would not see the same thing Josh is seeing as far as like graphics issues?
Well, I was starting to think along those lines myself. I was contemplating whether does LogMeIn Rescue Technician send the screen images back and forth after the graphics processor on the computer has processed them, and I think that would be the case.
I think it would have to be the case.
Yeah. I'm thinking so too. So if you're seeing a symptom on that monitor that I'm not seeing, that seems like something that's specific to that monitor. Do you have another monitor that you're able to plug in and see if the behavior is any different?
I believe so, but I don't think that one is capable. This computer is not capable of the input.
The other one's digital ports.
Yeah, I don't think the computer has the input.
Okay.
Josh, can you show us your monitor with your phone so we can see what it actually is doing on your end?
Yeah, hold on.
You never did
Yeah,
that
that's a good
before.
idea.
Why is it doing it now?
I don't know. I do.
What about his audio app that's still also running? His audio app. I thought we shut all that down. Meaning his accessibility apps. I think we shut them all down. Need to delete any Apple products no longer supported. When is the monitor glitching? Well, we're going to see that in a little bit here.
You know, I realize we shut all his accessibility stuff down, but it's possible that his accessibility software, I know for a fact, puts its own graphics driver under the display options or whatever inside of device manager. So that could also be causing an issue with that computer, even though the software's not running.
Oh my God.
Say, Doug, the other thing, could some of
right.
those apps be running as a service? And it's hard to find in the task manager.
Well, that's possible, but we don't really have a reason to pinpoint those as being the culprit.
No,
but it's just a matter of going after everything. And we haven't yet tried Fortnite since the things we have shut down. So Josh
still seeing something on his screen without even running Fortnite. So
all right. So
want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not.
Okay, I got it.
You're not quite showing us the ports. We're seeing the back of the monitor, but we're not quite seeing the ports.
It has the older port.
It appears to only be VGA and DVI. I saw it for a split second.
Well, there's adapters available. I'm going to guess you don't have any adapters.
Okay, put it down.
Back?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex, did you see the ports well enough? Because I never did see them well enough.
Yes.
All right.
It's only VGA and DVI, no HDMI.
And Josh, you don't have any adapters, right? Because those ports can all be adapted to each other with adapters. Okay, so anyway, we can't switch to a different monitor. Coming back to the computer. Oh, no, I want to come back to chat and acknowledge these things. I have no experience with Fortnite from Zivi Minor, but I saw there's an advanced graphics using DirectX 12 beta. So saw that somewhere in everything that we was going through. Is that something that we want to make a change to? I mean, I know DirectX, but I'm no expert with it. I don't know what we need to do with it. You also go through clock cycle, do their individual thing, screen reader app, check drivers. Let's see, is it using recommended graphics settings? Task manager, Greg M says, and see if the screen reader.
I don't think DirectX is an issue at all. I don't.
Task manager link.
Oh, it is. We still do have a reader present. Let's get rid of that. Where is that? What's doing that?
It's his JAWS screen reader is. It's on the taskbar, the little sharky looking icon on the taskbar.
Yeah, I don't have it running right now. It only does that on the welcome screen.
Well, I just heard it. When I bring up
task. You'll only hear it when you do Control-Alt-Delete because it's not running.
Can you turn your webcam picture off, Doug?
Say again?
Can you turn your picture off on the YouTube?
I turned my picture off on YouTube.
I'm saying, can you turn it off? So I can see the
can I?
full-
Sure. All right. You're looking to see JAWS.
You won't find it though because it's not running. It only runs when you do Control-Alt-Delete.
It's not there. He's right.
Well,
Windows side dash in task manager link.
it has to be running in order for it to do anything anytime. Here's JAWS. It's running it. Is it a system service?
Yeah, it's running as a system server.
All right, let's end task on those. You just may not have an icon on screen for it.
Yeah.
All right, so then let's go bring up Task Manager
Windows side
again.
dash in.
It's still coming up.
There's a desktop icon on the very bottom row. The first one on the very bottom row that looks like a shark. Can you click on that and see if you can get a option to close it out?
JAWS context menu to navigate, press up or down arrow. O option sub menu. O about ... A menu separator unavailable. Help sub menu. H language sub menu. L utility sub menu. U option sub menu. O basics ... B voices sub menu. V L manage application settings ... M restore to factory settings ... F remote desktop ... R restore to factory settings.
I could not understand what you said, Josh.
When you go into the JAWS and you get it to come up with that menu, you want to go into Startup Wizard.
Startup Wizard?
Yeah.
Zoom video container WMD. JAWS context menu to navigate, press up or down arrow. O option sub menu. O utility sub menu. U language sub menu. L utility sub menu. U option sub menu. O utility sub menu. U Braille text viewer sub menu. V convenient OCR insert plus space. O layer sub menu.
Go up.
Frame viewer. F keyboard manager. K settings center. E sound card sub menu. O synthesizer and Braille manager.
Do you see it?
Sub menu. O settings center. E language sub menu. L JAWS tandem sub menu.
Down.
Language sub menu.
Down.
Help sub menu. H.
Over.
Check for updates. E FS support tool. F startup wizard. Z leaving menus. JAWS startup wizard dialog. Help us improve freedom scientific products.
How about turning off this voice assistant?
Yeah, but you want to go next.
Submitting anonymous usage
Right.
data. Participate checkbox check.
That one on the top.
Press space bar. Alt plus P. Next greater button to activate. Press space bar. Alt plus N.
Run JAWS. Yeah. Hit Mac.
57. Left right slider. 15.
Hit Mac.
To increase or decrease, use the arrow
Hit
keys.
Mac.
Alt plus R. Next greater button.
Hit Mac.
To activate. Press space bar. Alt
Hit Mac.
Run JAWS settings. If you select quote start JAWS at
Get
the
out of
logon
it.
screen. Quote JAWS will be loaded at the logon screen. If you select quote start JAWS after logon
Okay.
for all users, quote JAWS.
Control-Alt-Delete. There you
All
go.
right. Yeah. All right. Go on.
There's a reason why I have it set like that. Because I want to know what progress it's on as it's doing the update. So it'll tell me each time it goes around 1%, 2%, verifying. It does it on the lock screen. That's why I have it set up like that.
All right. I got a comment here from Dennis. An Intel user is saying Epic's use of Unreal Engine 5.1 is incompatible with that specific integrated graphics. So Dennis apparently has found something that says Unreal Engine, which is the programming code underneath Fortnite, is not compatible with your integrated graphics that's in that specific CPU code. Dennis, can you give us a link for that? Let's not do it over.
I knew it had to be something with the integrated graphics on the.
Yeah, let me continue with this. Recommended requirements for Fortnite include such and such, yada yada, with dedicated memory, yada yada. We looked at recommended previously. What's your point? Some of that sounds like Windows disability stuff. Yeah, it's accessibility because Josh has some disabilities. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. But maybe beyond what comes with Windows. Recommended requirements. Okay, I don't know why you're telling me this, Greg. Is that what's causing our problem? Is there an option to use UE4 instead? UE4, I don't know what that is. Where are you referring to?
Unreal Engine.
Oh, Unreal Engine 4. Okay, instead of 5.1. Gotcha, Costanza. I don't know if there's an option to do that. Dennis might know that. He's the most expert around here that I know of amongst our motley crew.
Yeah, sorry, don't know much about Fortnite other than I can get killed real easily.
All right, so before launching Fortnite, I'm going to launch Epic Games Launcher. I think if you launch Fortnite without launching Epic Games first, that it will automatically launch that, but I'm not sure about that. I'm going to give Dennis a chance to contradict me on that or advise differently. Yes, Josh?
You think it might help if we go back to the other computer?
No. That's not going to help us figure out why this computer's not working.
Right.
You want this computer to be able to use Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that going back to the old computer is going to do anything. So the old computer is the one that you used to use at Aunt Mary's, and it was working with Fortnite, and that's the one that the M.2 drive got locked up and we couldn't restart it anymore. You have since then reinstalled Windows with a new M.2 drive. And have you installed Fortnite on that computer?
Yeah, but I restored it from the backup.
You restored it from backup, that's fine. So it has Fortnite on it. Have you played Fortnite since you restored that?
No.
On the old computer. All right.
No.
You're going to be keeping that computer. Is there any reason you wouldn't want to use that computer to play Fortnite when you're at Aunt Mary's?
I could probably be about bringing it in.
Bringing it in.
I've already told him to switch it back to the old computer because the old computer that I ordered for him did everything he needed. And ever since he first got the new computer, he's been having issues with it, running just his accessibility software.
That's my point. Hold on. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to prove to Aunt Mary. That Aunt Mary paid like $327 for this one. And she doesn't want to go back to the old one because she feels that solid state drive that I put in here is going to hurt her like it did before. It's not going to because I put a Western Digital in there.
Well, why not keep both computers and you use the old one and she uses the new one, and that gives her the benefit of not having her computer messed up if you run into troubles.
That's a pretty good idea. And then all he'd have to do is get a KVM switch and be able to press a button and be able to use the same keyboard and mouse for both computers.
Yeah. Now, Josh, did you just say no to that proposal?
No, that's a good idea. I just got to get Aunt Mary on the same page with me.
Wow, it seems to me like that would be an easy proposal to her because she's less likely to have computer interruption if you run into problem with the computer that you're using. If you're using the other computer.
Yeah. Because then you don't have to have Fortnite on her computer. You don't have to have your accessibility software on her computer. All it'll be is a straight Windows with whatever games or whatever she needs.
Yeah. Man, I'm very attracted to that myself.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't we go down that road earlier?
Yeah, that might be an idea.
I would like to go ahead and launch Fortnite now to see if we did get lucky and fix anything. But even if it works now, I think you ought to use the old computer. I think that is just has all kinds of benefits for both of you to be using separate computers while you're there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go see if we got lucky. And if we didn't, I think we should stop this and walk away from it. Because let's see. Checking on a couple more things in chat. Yeah, Greg M, because he does not have a standalone GPU. Because is that where? Yeah, well, he doesn't have the recommended, but it's not required to have a standalone GPU.
My computer can play Fortnite without an issue, and I only have integrated graphics.
Yeah, so I think Greg was giving me that. I was asking him, why are you showing me that? And he's saying because he doesn't have a standalone GPU. We know that. That's okay. It'll work without a dedicated graphics. Dennis is still catching up. Fine. Epic never makes that option. I use UE5 for game development. Even on my GTX PC, it's problematic. So Buns, I think, is saying Epic does not allow us to use UE4. Buns of Wisdom, that's interesting that you are a game developer. Good to know. Hopefully I'll remember that, but we know the memory of a Doug. Not so good. Is the PC compatible with Fortnite? Case closed. It depends upon the integrated graphics. And we already know that that there is a compatibility issue between this processor and Fortnite. And Dennis gave us a link for that. I guess that's what this is up here. I'm going to go bring that up. So a year back, I tried Fortnite. DX was extremely stuttery. Performance mode, on the other hand, could give 120 FPS straight. All right, 2 months later, stuff went bad. Then some months back, let's look through more of this. The issue is currently being investigated. Intel Iris Xe graphics, which I believe that's what we have, since Dennis is saying we're incompatible with it. So we have a, looks like we have a documented incompatibility with that processor, but we're going to go see if we got lucky anyway. Because I'm a Doug. Opening Epic Games Launcher. And then minimize that. Let's see. Yeah, we got open here. Fortnite. And so we want to go straight into settings and try doing performance mode, I think it was called. Last time we tried to launch, it didn't even get us to the point where we could do that, but that's after we encountered a problem. Since then, I've closed down Epic Games and ended some tasks on a variety of other things. If we can get into settings, then we'll try performance mode, wherever that is. You may be able to play Fortnite on Pentium Gold, but Fortnite is known to be poorly optimized. I mean, people play it on mobile devices. I think you can play it on a cell phone. The guy's saying performance mode was fine before they updated to Unreal Engine 5.1, and everything went to crap. All right. Oh, no, we got Fortnite has crashed. We're very sorry. So we didn't even get to the point of being able to change settings. Josh, I think we're done.
Yeah, I popped me in.
I'm right here.
Hello.
Hi. Well, I didn't know this computer wouldn't play it. Hey, I know he played it once before on this new one. I don't know why he's having an issue now.
Well, we do have a likely answer to that, Mary, is that one of the people in the chat room has identified that there is a known compatibility issue between the graphics driver in this specific CPU. This specific CPU that's in this computer has a known compatibility problem with Fortnite. And to have found that out in advance would probably have been very difficult to discover.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
But even absent that, Mary, even if Fortnite was working on this computer, personally, I'm very attracted to the idea of you being able to have a separate computer that Josh is not messing with or not doing things on, because there's just the possibility of something complicating the computer that you're using. Now, this last problem that we had would not have been fixed by that, because Josh was working with whatever computer it was where he had disconnected the monitor from your computer and he shut down your computer by just holding the power button down, and that's what caused the problem. So that would not have, you would not have been safe from that happening by virtue of you having two separate computers for the two of you there. But God, if that's not some kind of a logistics or financial strain for you, wow, I think seems to me that'd be a really good way for you guys to go. Just let him use the old computer because we know it works for
what would I do with this one? Send it back, I guess?
No, keep it for you. It would be your computer.
Oh, well, there's only one internet connection. How can I get to it?
You can keep this computer plugged into this router.
Okay.
And then the extra cord with the router here somewhere.
Yeah.
We can plug that into this and have it run off the same internet connection. Then all I have to do is get a cable that I have at my house, and we can flip them either back and forth or get a switch and flip them back and forth.
Well, isn't that a pain in the butt? Switching them back and forth like that?
No, because when I'm not here, I'll flip it back over to yours, and then when I come in, well, you want to use this one, I'll just flip it back to you.
Fine, whatever. As long as I can get used to my computer.
There's one easy solution. You don't have to connect either Ethernet connection. It's called a hub, a switch right there. You can plug. This one supports up to 4 devices, 1 input and 4 outs.
What is it?
It's called a switch. Network switch.
Oh, okay.
You get it very cheap.
But the router she has already has 4 Ethernet on it.
If you can run
it had ports on the back.
All right. All you need to have is a second Ethernet cable. Is that what you're missing right now?
And I would personally get a KVM switch, which would allow you to plug in which would allow you to use the same monitor, keyboard, and mouse for both computers. And once you hook it up, all you got to do is press a button to go between her computer and his computer.
Right, that's what I was gonna suggest.
Okay.
Well, when Josh is there, do you guys switch back and forth, or Mary, do you still use the computer while Josh is there, or does he?
Yeah, we both use the same computer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I only have one computer. That's all I can afford.
Well, you have 2 computers right now. You already have 2 computers right now.
I do?
Right?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Because you have this one.
Yeah. Oh, and the one over at your house.
The one over at my house.
Oh, okay.
But what he's saying is, keep this one. Give me the old one. I'll bring the old one in, hook up the old one. We can use the same keyboard, same monitor, same internet connection. And when you want to use it, we can just flip back and forth between the two. And then when I want to use it, I'll flip back and forth.
Oh, okay. Well, you're on it more than I am.
Right.
Oh. All right. If you have to do it that way, we'll have to do it that way. That's all.
And you make
I'm gonna have to charge you for electricity too.
Add it to my tab.
Yeah, I'll add it to your tab. All right. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, Mary. I think we're going to step away from this subject now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're going to find that'll work out fine for you, and you don't. With Josh being made to switch the cables around, you don't even have to buy the KVM switch if you want to not spend more money. You shouldn't be having to spend any more money. I can buy it. All right, then you buy it then. And the cables that you'll need, there's some additional cables you're going to have to get.
Yeah, I got him $50 for Amazon card for his birthday, so he has money to spend.
All right, good. Well, I think you're set then. I'd like to move along to some other topics here, and I think that's a good deal. And it's just unfortunate that CPU specifically has a compatibility problem with Fortnite.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
right.
Alex.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm going to go catch up with chat a little bit here. Push this button.
4 o'clock. Yeah.
And I'm going to disconnect. Josh, I'm going to disconnect from that computer. All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget to disconnect. Looking for more. I'm sorry, I missed that, Mary.
Oh my goodness, you got bigger.
Zavi, I'm going to pass on that graphics driver. I'm satisfied that we've got a compatibility issue and they have a pretty easy solution. So I want to step away from that. It's just 2 computers. You have multiple devices connected to your internet service. Fine. You agreed. Greg Guy says, afternoon, starting to rain here in St. Mary's County. If you want to be hardwired, yes. Ethernet cable. Hold on, they already have router. I'm going to skip through some stuff because all of this more is talking about the router. I think we've got that all answered. And Yates Networks has a message to Mary. He says, have a blessed day, Mary. All right. Are there topic requests? Actually, we got 2 and 4 under our belts. I'll wait and let somebody put in another topic request if you got something. We're an hour and a half into this.
Alec, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, I'm sending you a link now on the Zoom.
Thank you.
Zoom chat.
So I don't have to go poking all over Amazon Creation.
All right, I'm going to bring up the subject list. So number 2 and number 4 are done. Oh, weird mouse symptom and weird DVI symptom. See, I'm going to, Josh, I just muted you. That way your guys are free to talk to each other. You can unmute yourself when you need to talk to me. Startup items, this weird mouse symptom. I got to tell you a story. I've got stories to tell you. I'm going to tell you stories until you ask for specific topics. I've got a computer over here behind me. It's got a really weird symptom going on. And it's got a few symptoms. Oh, there were some topics requested. So let me give you a little bit about this, and then I'll go check on what topics you've requested. Oh, if I punch the StarTech connection, that's the connection for that computer. How's my picture-in-picture working? It's all right. So I just have that booted onto a Macrium Reflect thumb drive, and I have 2 mice here. And these are both brand new mice. I took them out of the cellophane this morning. I did that because I was having troubles with my wireless mouse working with this computer. And what I've got now is this mouse is connected right now to that computer and it works. But if I connect this mouse first to this computer and then connect this mouse won't work in any USB port. And I almost threw this new mouse away thinking it was defective because I couldn't get it to work. But then if I restart the computer and plug this one in first, it works. Whether I'm doing it at Windows or here in Macrium Reflect. Now, the other thing that would happen with both of these mice and the wireless mouse is when I'm booted into Windows, the mouse was very flaky. I'd move the mouse around and the arrow would disappear on the screen. But when I connect to this computer remotely through LogMe and Rescue, the mouse works perfectly when I'm using the mouse on Baby Beast. I could point to things and click to them. But when I move the mouse on Baby Beast, you cannot see the mouse moving on the screen that I have connected directly to the computer or through the StarTech capture device. I can see the mouse move on Baby Beast, and I can click on things and I will see the highlighted icons, both on this monitor that's connected and through the capture device. So weird. I think I described that correctly. So that is the mouse issue. Now, if you want me to go down the road with that issue, then I'll actually demonstrate it and let you see that happening. So let's see what you're saying, these numbers. William Dawson says number 3, weird mouse symptom. Oh, and weird DVI symptom. So I also got to tell that one. The weird DVI symptom is this StarTech capture device has a DVI port and an HDMI port. And what I do, let me go grab this. To make this work is I connect DVI to the back of the computer, and then I connect one DVI cable going to my StarTech capture device and another DVI cable going to this monitor that you can't quite see right now. There it is, piece of it. So when I connect it that way, I can see the image on the monitor and I can see it through the capture device. If I reboot the computer, I can no longer see the image on either screen, and it looks to me like the computer has failed to boot. But if I disconnect this device and connect the DVI cable from the monitor directly to the computer, then boom, it's up and it's working, and it had no problem whatsoever. If I instead use a adapter, DVI to VGA, and then use a device similar to this on the back of the computer, but it's VGA. All the connections are VGA. Use an adapter adapting VGA to DVI on the computer, DVI cable going to the capture device, and then that's VGA going to the adapter device, and then an adapter switching that to DVI. Everything works fine. I can reboot the computer. I can bring BIOS up on screen as long as I'm converting to and from DVI to VGA. Sometimes I hate my life. Jim almost laughed at that comment. All right. And I can demonstrate those. If you want me to demonstrate, put in chat, demonstrate number 3. That's where you want me to go. So let's go see what else you've said. That's number 3. Yates, I do have something, but I have my backup provider working on it. So we have about got a final resolution. It's not really Windows specific. All right, I'll let you run with that. Ran Israel says number 8. Demonstrate a common registry hack, Windows 10 or Windows 11. So what I had in mind doing for that is like setting up an automatic login. So Windows automatically logs in, even with a Microsoft account, by putting in registry hack. Or another registry hack is to enable registry backups. Oh, let's see, that's another. I think I put in another experience that I had yesterday. Oh, this one, number 7. Did anyone ask for number 7? Yeah, number 7, Jonathan. What was number 7 was about was this computer. I went out to my client's office yesterday because this computer would not start up. I didn't know this at the time, so I'm going to tell a story with what I know about it now instead of how it evolved over time. This person was on vacation, and they had a power outage. After the power outage, this computer would not come back on. It was going into system repair. And they told me that they tried running the system repair and it just kept failing to repair itself. And what I deduce happened is that there was a Windows update waiting for a restart to complete the installation, and then they had a power outage. What does that sound like? Somebody's sounds familiar? Yeah. Sounds like a Joshy exercise, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing as what Josh did, holding down the power button when he wasn't seeing what was on screen. We suspect a Windows update was in progress where it needed to be restarted. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with this computer. And the solution was that since I had set this computer up, I had enabled System Restore. And I had it doing macro reflect backups about every 2 weeks. Its data was stored through OneDrive. So there were multiple ways for me to recover this, but what worked was System Restore. So I did System Restore, computer came back up, but I didn't realize that it was successful because of that DVI issue I just explained. So I almost went on to the next option, not realizing that System Restore was successful.
No.
And that, Jim?
It's just like, no.
Oh, all right. Somebody recently commented about System Restore having only one restore point. Well, this only had one restore point. And although I haven't looked, since I did that System Restore, did it then have more restore points available? Yeah, I don't think it still does, because since then it has installed that update. So now it shows, when I perform the System Restore, it now shows the most recent update is the day before I picked it up. So that confirms that, yeah, it was a update that was in progress. So I find when I connect to my clients' offices, my clients' computers, it's not unusual for me to see the yellow dot or the red dot. I remind them that means your computer needs to get restarted to finish installing updates. You should do that soon. I don't insist on them shutting down right now and restarting it, although maybe I should, because if they have a power failure, we may have the same lesson. But if that happens, they know I've told them, when you see that yellow dot, red dot, you need to restart the computer. You need to pay attention to that. And if they don't do that, then they're paying me more to fix it, and they have some downtime. All right.
Now, unless you tell them a certain day and a certain time at night you're going to go in, shut the machine down remotely, and restart it.
I have too many clients to do that. I don't want to be doing that. Now, I could trigger I could set up scheduled task to restart the computer, but that can have complications for my clients who tend to leave things open. I have some clients who will leave things open, not that it's unsaved work, but that's how they follow up. And I had one client he had like, geez, it was dozens and dozens, if not multiple scores of emails open. And I asked, well, why do you leave those open? It's because I need to follow up on them. And so then I taught him how to flag emails for follow-up. And so he's doing that now. It was causing a problem. It was causing his computer to be really slow because he had so much stuff open. Now, not only did he have 20s and 20s of emails open, but he also had like a couple dozen spreadsheets open, maybe dozens of documents open, PDFs open all over the place, just massive amount of stuff open. Well, if I do a scheduled task to restart the computer, that workflow is going to be upset because he expects to come back the next day and find all of that stuff still open. It's not a good workflow. Yates, carry on, my friend. Let's hear it. Topic 7. Let's see what else. Let's get some oranges here. Wow, Doug, this is a lot of investigation you did there. Sound like me. You have all those adapters to tinker with. I wonder if maybe StarTech knows something about this bug or anomaly. Dennis says BCD corrupted. I don't know that System Restore restores the boot configuration data. I don't know that. Speedy C, Doug, could your new mice problem be a driver conflict between them? Just an idea. Fair idea, but that's the only reason I started this computer up on a Macroom Reflect USB thumb drive, because it doesn't use any drivers. It's just, it's the Windows recovery environment. And that's exactly what I was saying. This user has done a bunch of things. He's got those post-it notes on the screen. He's got other stuff that he's installed extra stuff on the computer that he apparently likes. So I was thinking there was some conflict there, and that's why I wanted to see if I still have the problem when I boot from a Macroom Reflect thumb drive, and I do. Now, he never complained about problems with his mouse. His mouse is a wireless mouse. When I picked the computer up, I removed the transceiver and put it into his mouse. I have learned, Doug, don't trust your memory. Always take the transceivers out and put it in the customer's mouse, so it's available when I take the computer back. So I was thinking his mouse probably works fine, and tracking this down is pointless. I was thinking the system restore was successful, but that there was a problem because of this mouse symptom. So I was very suspicious that maybe I shouldn't take it back with just the system restore. So that's why I went further checking on this mouse, and I have the same mouse problem when I'm booted from the Macroom Reflect thumb drive. That tells me it's not a Windows issue. It's not a driver's issue. So I'm ready to take this back to him today. I can get into the office on the weekend and see if it's working okay. That gives me time to bring it back here if it's not okay. I was also thinking about doing a fresh install of Windows to see if I have the mouse problem. But I got the idea about doing the Macroom Reflect USB, booting from that. I just have the same problem. Also, I'm thinking it might be a BIOS version. Maybe a BIOS update will fix it. Because I'm having the same problem with Macroom Reflect. This has probably an original BIOS. Maybe that the BIOS has never been updated. I can bring the BIOS up on screen with my capture device and show it to you. But it doesn't, the options that are in there are very minimal. So I'm very much favoring that as a correct solution. I suspect that your dual DVI adapter cable is buggy. Analog VGA is unidirectional and isolates the computer. I have had this symptom with multiple different adapters and multiple different cables and the 2 different StarTech devices. This is a symptom that I have experienced long ago, but never did as much testing of it as I did this morning. When I found that VGA conversion works perfectly, I'm done. I'm ready to walk away from that issue. But it's an issue that I think has a technical education entertainment value. Did you try 2 different USB ports? Yes, I tried all the USB ports. There was a point in time when I thought that these 2 USB ports were disconnected or disabled. And then I found, no, they do work sometimes. So that again takes me back to BIOS update. Not positive, but I think System Restore restores BCD. I don't think so, because the system restore pulls from the registry backups. And I think all it's doing is restoring registry backups and certain system files that are on the Windows drive. Boot configuration data is before the Windows partition, right? Isn't it? Do you have the wireless mouse transmitter in that computer still with wired mouse? No. My transceiver, I disconnected it when I stopped working with it. I also thought that my wireless mouse and keyboard were defective because they weren't working. Again, that points to BIOS update, I think. John Williams, can you go to computer's website, update the BIOS on that SFF computer? SFF. Do I want to even know what that stands for? I feel like that might be an acronym I don't. Oh, small form factor. You think that's a small form factor? I don't think that's a small form factor. That's a small tower. It's a mini tower, right? Yeah, that's not a small form factor. Small form factor to me is the little things that you can mount on the back of a monitor. All right. How much time do we have? Ugh. It's okay. Let me show you BIOS on it. Bring that back up on screen. There's the computer. So, well, I should show this. You can see the mouse moving. This is the mouse that I have currently connected. And if I unplug that one, then plug this one, and this is a USB 3 port, the blue port that it's plugged into. Let's see. Mouse is working there. Then disconnect that one, go back to this mouse. Is it going to make a liar out of me? Yeah, it is. Because this is where previously it didn't work. But let's just go get to BIOS. This is escape key to get boot options. There we go. And you can see that. And computer setup. See, what do we see in the background? i3 2120. Yes, it is an older computer. Works fine for what they do. Some of you are going to freak out about such an old computer. 2012 BIOS, version 2.14, whatever. Make a note. And I think I'm okay bringing this computer up on Windows. I looked at it briefly. I don't think it shows any client identification. Nothing else specifically I feel I need to show you there, but we'll go save changes and exit. I've got the macro and reflect disconnected. Yes, it's a dinosaur. A lot of my clients have very old computers that you guys would be really upset about, but they work fine. The business offices very often don't need highly powerful computers. A lot of my clients are going to have to get pretty new computers when it's Windows 11. My invoices now includes text warning them, informing them that they're going to have to replace their computers. Most of them are.
Yeah, that's going to be painful for them.
Yeah. And I'm telling them now because I want some of them are starting to do it. I don't want them all to wait till the last minute.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a talking head piece about old machines and whatnot. I haven't decided how I want to format it yet.
All right, this has come up on screen over there. That computer booted into Windows, but it's not coming through the capture device. Previously it was. Why is that not coming through now? Have I made any changes? Nope. Let me come back over here and try refreshing the configuration of that. Let's see, where is it? These. Why is that not showing right? Start tag scene, start tag blur, start tag 2. My scene source has a different name. Ah, that's why. So you're seeing a blank screen on YouTube right now. I know that. Just hang with me a minute. Hang with me. Yep, that's on VGA. I'm going to try switching to DVI and then back to VGA. And OK. And that didn't wake it up. Try switching to the other capture device. That's Baby Beast showing up. And if I come back to this, there it is. There it is. There it came live. So that was weird. I took it off screen for a moment so that I can log in without showing the username. Let's see if I can. Oh, so this mouse is not working now. It's not working in Windows. And neither of these mice will work stable in there, but what will work is if I connect remotely to it from Baby Beast. So we're going to show you this symptom. Okay, once I have Baby Beast connected to it, then I can bring up Baby Beast on screen, which is connected remotely to that computer. And I can show you how that the mouse works through LogMe and Rescue, but doesn't work directly on the computer. Oh yes, Greg, I have tried unplugging and plugging in. Yeah. Oh, good grief, if you only knew. Okay, so let's make that big. And I'm going to try to close down something here that is private data. Let's see, looking closer. There are icons on the screen that will give you the idea what kind of business that they are. Boy, I guess my voice must be really loud right now because I'm very close to the microphone. Okay, we're good. See. Here we go. Bring up Baby Beast on screen. Yeah, so he's got a wallpaper there. One of his customizations. I closed down some of his other customization. So now I'm moving the mouse on Baby Beast. And are you seeing it through XSplit? I don't see it. You are seeing through Baby Beast. Now, if I click on icons, so I'm clicking on icons on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see them highlighting there. Now, try moving the wired mouse around. See if I can get it to show up briefly. It's not showing up anywhere now. What I had previously happening is it would blip on occasionally. So where we want to go is check for BIOS update. All right, I have to look at Baby Beast to see the mouse. This is so weird. This is an HP computer. Go to hp.com. We'll go grab the serial for the computer by pulling up a DOS command prompt. I'll run it as administrator. Answer yes to the user account control. And then the Mickey Mouse command, WMIC space BIOS get serial number. Enter. Double click the serial number. Hold down Shift left arrow once to get rid of that space that was at the end. Then go to hp.com. Yeah, we're there. Then support. Then software and drivers. Click on desktop. Click in the serial number field, Control V for paste, and then submit. Sorry, no results for your search, such and such. Ay, caramba. That I have seen to be the case with older HP computers. They stop providing the drivers. HP drivers for... This isn't going to go very far. MS Info 32.
By the way, that's your last hint that the hardware should be replaced is when the manufacturer goes, sorry,
Yeah.
can't help you.
Yeah, P7 1370T. P7 1370T. Drivers download for Windows 10, 8, and 7. And this is DriverScape. Don't like going to websites like this. Graphics drivers, Windows 10 64-bit. Wireless drivers. Audio drivers, system and chipset. Download button. This is feeling like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's my motto.
Yeah, it's not broke for the client. Trying to go for a BIOS driver from a third-party website. No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to do that. Jim, are you proud of me?
Yes, Doug. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah, this computer's not broke for the client. I mean, I fixed the part that was broke, but his mouse is working fine. So I'm just going to take it back.
Like they say in, what is it, Frozen? Let it go.
Can't say that I know that movie or any movie well enough to quote very well from it.
It's a kid's animated movie.
Yeah, I know. I think I tried watching it once. I'm not sure if I got all the way through it. I did. Let's see. There was some other. Oh, I did go back and watch the one that you have quoted from numerous times. Inconceivable.
That's correct. The Princess Bride. That's correct.
I went and watched that. I don't think I did watch that whole thing. I got through it enough to see the character who was doing that quote, and I don't think I watched it all the way through. Yikes. All right, I think I'm ready to shut this down. And we're just a little over 2 hours. That sounds like a good thing. I have not caught up with all the chat. I will go back and read it. They're threatening to remake Princess Bride.
Well, depending on how they do it, they might be able to pull it off, but who knows?
Yeah. Princess Bride, and also, I'm going to upset people with this comment. Star Wars. I've never been able to make it all the way through one of those movies. I am and always have been a Star Trek fan, but Star Wars, I couldn't. Nope. All right. Let's say goodbye, peoples. In Zoom, would you please say goodbye to the audience?
Good night, John Boy.
Goodbye, people in Zoom.
Goodbye.
All right. Shutting down Zoom. And get ready on my buttons. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the right one? This one. There. That's the email address if you want to send me something that you'd like to offer for us to do on one of these sessions or questions or whatever it might be. Yep, there we go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Goodbye.